So here we are at the final verdict, where I'll be giving my opinions on the strengths and weaknesses I believe the Panzer III Ausf.L has. So let's get to the strengths. This tank is fast, which makes it great for performing flanking maneuvers and ducking in and out of cover. The ducking in and out of cover I think is a lot more important than the flanking maneuvers. It makes you able to basically shoot the enemy without them really getting an effective shot on you. The flanking maneuvers obviously are very useful as long as you're in a squad or something like that. The muzzle velocity is very high, meaning that it is easier in realistic and simulator to be accurate. This is a thing that I think is undervalued by a lot of players. The fact that you don't really have to arc shots and you can basically just blow a hole straight into things is really nice, and you don't really have to worry about angles or the way the shell will travel. The APCR rounds mean that if you get stuck in a close fight, you will have the penetration needed to put a hole in any tank at your level. That is always nice to have, basically a fail-safe. Even though the APCR I wish worked better at longer ranges, it doesn't. But under 500 meters, you will be able to really, really hurt whatever is coming at you. The turret eats shots, and the spaced armor can save you from certain death at points. It also makes going hull down a great option in this tank. As long as you have your gun facing the enemy, and you are hull down, you're in a great spot. It's always nice to be in that position in this tank. It seems to work very, very well. With a good turret traverse, it is easier to outflank tank destroyers and slower tanks such as the KV-1. This can be your failsafe. There's a lot of times where big scary tanks are looking at me, or a tank destroyer is looking in my general direction, and because of the speed and because of everything like that, I'm able to get around the tank. But even more worth than that is basically the turret traverse, because that means you can keep your turret aimed at them while you're going around. So if they're able to turn with you, they still hit your turret, which is very, very useful when that is where all of your armor is, on the front of the turret. But anyway, let's get on to these weaknesses. Your armor is only strong when facing the enemy. If you get flanked or attacked by two enemies, you are as good as dead. This is a big problem when you only have 30mm of side turret armor, or even side armor on the hull. You really have to keep your wits about you. Look at the map all the time if you're not supported by allies, and just, keep your wits about you. But if two people come at you, you are really going to struggle. There isn't much you can do except maybe use that speed to your advantage. The horizontal drive gets knocked out so often, it may as well just be an assault gun, and repairing it can take a long time. This is a thing that's happened quite a lot to me, where basically I'm in the middle of a dogfight. Not a dogfight, but you know what I mean, a close quarters fight. And I'm hitting, and I'm doing damage, I'm taking out components, the commander's dead, and then bang, horizontal drive gone. It's a problem that seems to run through the Panzer line, and I hope, if it is historically accurate, then okay, but if it isn't, I hope it gets fixed. You cannot successfully penetrate a tank from a range of 500 meters consistently. As you saw with that KV-1, even though I was looking at its side, even though I was using very good penetrating shots, the only thing I could really penetrate was its tracks and its suspension. So against tanks like that, you are going to struggle in this tank. There's no way around it, and maybe the F2 is a better option for stuff like that. At long ranges, you are not very effective, so getting up close and personal is a good idea, which may not suit all players. As I said before, it may be worth using this thing as a scout, spotting enemy TDs, because using that speed to your advantage, making sure you use momentum to get around and hit stuff. That may be a great idea, but I know that play does not suit everybody, so that could be an issue. Your ammunition store is like a ticking time bomb, only needing your loader to pick up the wrong shell and it will go off. The ammunition on this goddamn tank is so volatile. I would guarantee that half the times you die is because you get ammo racked, or your ammo explodes. So you gotta watch out for stuff like that. And it takes away from the whole hull down thing, because even if you get hit in the turret, you still can get ammo racked quite easily. But, that happens. Every tank has its weaknesses. But anyway, the Panzer III Ausf.L. What do I think about it? I like it. I really do. I love the fact it has great speed. I love the fact that its turret traverse is good, and you can still pen stuff consistently, which is always nice. Comparing it to the Panzer IV Ausf.F2, I'm gonna have to think about that a bit more. I'll probably talk about it a bit next week. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and thank you for watching, and have a great day.